Hello friends, and good Wednesday morning to all of you. I hope your Tuesday treated you well, and so far what little bit of your Wednesday that's happened is being good to you as well. Welcome back to Budgeting with Kim. It's Wednesday, and that means it's Debt Binder Day. I always look forward to this, though I will say, before we get into it too much, I have almost played through, like what we have in here now is really all that's left of the stuff that I had planned on doing in this particular debt binder. So we're gonna have to come up with a new theme soon. I think I might do a poll of some of the ideas that I've had and let you guys kind of decide what direction we go into next. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's get everything all set up and ready to go. As you can see, we're going to be getting into Tomato Wars today, but not yet. We're going to start right here up front with a freebie that I grabbed from Danny at Craft Co Budget. This was Craft Co Budgets. This was over on her Ko-fi. And I guess before we go too far, we should totally, count what we're bringing for today. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Our usual 140 that we bring to our debt binder. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of in the way. Excuse me. Pollen's been just a little bit high here because it's so dry and it's kind of got me coughing. All right, so let's go ahead and roll to see where we're going today. We left off, I want to say we left off right there last week, and that is a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This one will save 45 in total. This was a DIY scratcher that she had over on her Ko-fi as a freebie. So I just downloaded it. I didn't laminate it. I didn't laminate it. I just printed it and put stickers on it. So that's 4. All right, 1. So we'll go right here, and that's 3. So we're putting 7 into it today. I decided I'd save myself a sheet of lamination by not laminating it. And since it's just for me, that's just fine. So 7, 8, 9, and 10. And 10 is 20. So we're just right at halfway there with this one. I am super excited for this next one. This is one of my new sticker challenges. This one is Leaves Are Falling, and this one saves 65. So I think, let's see here, where do we want to start? I think I'm going to start with this big 12 right up there at the top. This one is currently available over in my Etsy shop. I did a Halloween themed one and I did a fall themed one. So there we go. We are started into this one with $12. And this one will save 65 plus because it does have these little leaf heart bunches. So you could make those be just whatever you wanted them to be worth. We'll see when we get there. All right, Maddie. Let's see what or if you did any damage to me today. We're having so much fun with this. All right, so this game is called Tomato War. This is from Holly over at Kingdom Planning. And I had been playing with Jenny as well, but she's got some life be life and stuff going on right now. So what Maddie and I are doing, we are throwing tomatoes at each one of the other's Etsy stalls. It's kind of a lot like Battleship. So here are Maddie's rolls from the end of last week. If it's a miss, you save $1. If it's a hit, you save $3. And I kind of don't think she hit me today. She has a 4 and a 2, which is a miss. We have a 6 and a 4, which is a miss. We have a 1 and a 5, which is a miss, a 3 and a 3, which is a miss, and a 5 and a 1, which is a miss. Ooh, sorry, Maddie. Better luck next time. We're enjoying the competitiveness. All right, so that was a 5 because we missed on everything. So I'm going to put back that 5, and I'm going to put back that 10, and I'm going to take that 20. So now we have $42. The goal is that you're going to destroy the others' Etsy stalls, and when you do, you get to tell them where their money goes. So now we shall roll for Maddie. So pink will be top and purple will be side. And I do want to get something out to write with so I can write these down. Actually, let's just do a pen, not a marker. That's silly. All right, Maddie, here we go. So you have 1 on the top and 3 on the side. You have 4 on the top and 1 on the side. You have 1 on the top and 5 on the side. You have 3 on the top and 5 on the side. And last roll is 5 on top and 1 on side. So there we go, Maddie. There are your 5 rolls. Wow! Here's hoping I at least hit something. Good luck. Not really. I hope I whacked at least one of them. All right, on to Junior. We had spent so much time in his first quest and saved like 70 some odd dollars. And then that last time, I think we went around twice and that was it. And that one was done. All right, so let's pull out our, since there's 2, we'll roll a 4-sided die, and that's 3, so 1, 2, and 3. So we will do the picnic quest. We'll start the picnic quest anyway. So we need the blanket, the fruit, the sandwich, and the picnic basket. All right, we're gonna move all of this back 1, so we can use that right there. What do I wanna use as my... We'll start right there. All right, here we go. 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the picnic basket and something that we need. Awesome. So the picnic basket is done. And that's a 2. So no way. Come on now. That's $1 and it's the sandwich. Yowza. Okay. That's a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We just missed the fruit plate. So that's $1 for the sundae. 2, 1, and 2. That looks like lemonade, which would be tasty today. 3, 1, 2, and 3, which is the big fancy funnel cake, which we don't need. 2, 1, and 2. Swimming goggles. 1 and 2, which is the the picnic blanket, which we do need. So if we roll a 3, we're done with this round. So let's see. No way. 1, 2, and 3. It's the fruit plate, which is 2. So 1 and 2. And yeah, that's a finished challenge, friends. Wowee. Okay, this is going kind of cray-cray. Kind of cray-cray. Alrighty, I guess maybe that first one was just a fluke. I don't know. Hopefully the last one will last us a while. All right, next up we have this very pretty challenge. This is from Cash and Color Budget. This was a freebie over on her Ko-fi. It's let's save 300 as a thank you for 300 subscribers. And we are going to roll a D12 to tell us which one of these we're going to color today. And okay, so that landed on the side. that is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So let's see here. 18. Do I want to put 18 into it? Why not? Let's just do the whole thing. $18. What do we have in here? 18, 19, and 20. Awesome. So that gives us $125 in this one. Almost halfway done. Very cool. I'll be right back. There we go. All done. And if we have any left over at the end, we will most definitely come back to this one. So we are done with that for now. And we now have 125 in here. So just under halfway done. We are going to move on to Kim's Donut Shop, and this is one that is available over in my Etsy store. It comes with this A5 size savings challenge card. It does have instructions on the back, and you get all of these little colored resin donuts as part of it. So I went through and I rolled amounts for each one of these donuts, and now I am going to roll, let's see here, let's do this D6 and see how many donuts we're going to save with today. 6, alrighty. So while we're working on this one, I was watching Steph on a Budget. It was her, Steph's on a Budget, it was her Saturday, I believe, video. And somebody had posed a question of, why are you still saving when you have all of that debt? Because surely, you know, the amount that you're paying in interest is, you know, going to be, you know, credit card interest is going to be more than you're saving. And okay, so it was a fair question. It was a fair question. And her explanation of it was excellent. And that was, you know, you never know, yes, you're trying to pay off debt, but you never know what kind of emergency you're going to have along the way that you might need to save for. Her example was she needs new tires, 4 new tires on her vehicle for a grand total of like $1,100. She needed a new had to replace a windshield that was $500, and she needed the tires to be balanced and rotated once they were changed, which was another $100 and some odd. And if she didn't have all of that money that she had been saving, you know, into her emergency fund or into car maintenance, that she was going to end up being even, you know, deeper in debt, because, you know, you gotta still pay your bills along the way, right? You don't get to just, oh, you know, well, I know I have to save for this, you know, let's say car insurance, or I know that I have to save for, you know, right now I'm working on car renewal. Those things don't just stop happening because you're trying to pay debt off. You know, life happens. It does, right? So you have to be prepared. So am I trying to pay off this debt that I have, which is, I want to say it's right at $4,500, $4,300. I don't remember. I don't know exactly what it is. You know, it changes every day with the daily interest payment, but you can't stop focusing on your other sinking funds just because you're trying to pay debt off. You know, you can't stop adding to medical, for example, just because you're trying to pay off debt. You can't stop saving for vehicle maintenance or house maintenance just because you're trying to pay debt off, because that life's still going to happen. Your house insurance, whether it's, you know, homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance, it's still going to be due every year, you know, if you have it. So you still got to be saving for it. Your car insurance, you still got to save for it, even though you're trying to pay off debt. If you have full coverage on your automobiles, you still gotta save for it, even though you're trying to pay debt off. So was it a good question? Yes, it was. I thought the lady that posted the question could have been a little bit nicer in the way that she asked it, but you know, it is what it is. Life still happens, you know, you still have to save for it. And you need to be smart in how you save for it. So that's just I'll step down off my soapbox now and get back to saving with Kim's Donut Shop. I did line them up in order of most to least. So these are $6 each. So there's 12. That is 16, 19, 20, and 21. So $21 that we're saving in here today. So there's our last 20 and 1. So now in here in Kim's Donut Shop, we have 20, 40, 50, 51, and 52. So let's get these colored in real quick. See if I can remember what color I had decided to designate to what. Boy, that one doesn't want to show up at all. It's all right. I'm just going to kind of scribble them in. I'll do a better job off camera. But that's, you know, I try really hard to not criticize anybody. I wonder if this one shows up any better. Does it? Ooh, it does. All right. Mental note for next time. I don't want to criticize anybody for their savings journey and how they are choosing to save for it. But, you know, you have to be wise in your savings, and you have to be wise to where you put it. I know everybody's needs are different. And when you are looking at those needs, you have to decide what is a need and what is a want. What do I have to make it through every day? And what do I just want to have, you know, to make it through every day? Oh, that doesn't show up at all. What do I want to have to try to make it through every day? And that's a hard conversation to have with yourself. I pulled $5 out of my wallet and put it into household as I was working on the grocery list over the weekend, because I really wanted to indulge in something for myself. It was $5. It was $5. And I couldn't convince myself that I needed to indulge in it because it was something that I just wanted for me, you know. But I pulled $5 out of my wallet and put it into household because I wanted this bottle of Mrs. Meyer's because it's my absolute favorite scent. And I couldn't allow the household fund to take the hit just because, you know, I wanted that thing. So I sacrificed $5 of my own spending money. I mean, if that's even considered a sacrifice, but you just have to be smart with your savings. That's all I'm saying. And I will really shut up about it now. So this is the mushroom savings game from Maddie over at Floating Funds. She was also the person that I am playing Tomato Wars with. She sent this to me in true happy mail. I first saw Dawn over at Dawn Sunrise Budgeting playing this, I can't tell you how many months ago, and I fell in love with it then, but then Maddie closed her shop for a little while because life be lifin'. And I couldn't buy it, and she sent it to me in happy mail. I just love it. I'm so excited. All right, so the premise behind this one is kind of like the premise behind my donut shop. I rolled amounts for each of the mushrooms that we're saving for. I'm going to roll this dice to tell me how many mushrooms that I'm drawing. 6. Okay, so I know I want to get debt paid off, but come on now. So I'm going to pull out 6 mushrooms. I can't see what it is that I'm picking, and I'm just going to reach down in here and get out 6. 1, 2, 3. I may need to put this in a smaller bag. 4, 5, and 6. All right. So what do we have here? Purple is 5. Pink is 5. What do we have? This is 4. Blue is 5, so we're up to 15. Lord have mercy, what is green? Green is 4. So 15, 19, 23, 26. Holy Moses. 10, 20, 25, and 26. Yowza. I can't put those away yet because I'm going to forget what it is that I'm coloring. All right. So 26 going in here today. And so far in this one, we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, and 48. And this is only our second time playing it. This will be a fantastic saver for us, quite obviously. All right, so we have a purple. Again, I'm just going to scribble. That's a, I don't know if it's a pink or a blush. Oh, no. All right, wait a minute. Hit the pause button. So I decided that was going to be the blush and the hot pink was pink. So purple is 5, blue is 10, 14, 18, 22, 23. What did I put in? 26. So we're going to take out those 3 right there. And which one? Let's show the pink. This was the one I had decided was pink. This one's pink. That one's blush. All right. All right. All right. I got it. So we have a purple and we have a blue and we have a green. And we'll do this one for the blush because it's a little bit lighter. And a red. Boy, Dawn, it was no joke when you said this was going to be a good saver. No joke. And a yellow. The yellow is hard to see, I know. And I'll finish coloring these in later. So we're up to 50 some odd dollars. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6. Man, that was my hillbilly coming out the way I said that, wasn't it? And we still have a lot of mushrooms to go. So, yeesh. This one's going to save us a bit. But that's good. That's what we want, right? We want to save all that we can. All right, this was a freebie that I got from Buttercup Budget's Ko-fi account. Last week, we rolled that each of them was going to save us 3. And so we are going to color in 4. All right, give me just a minute. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Sneezing season. You know, it's kind of ironic that this one is coming up now. Normally sneezing season would be like spring, but since we have hit the dry season here in Missouri, really dusty and you're sneezing and you're kind of miserable. All right, so we're putting 12 in today. So 13, 14, 15, and 5 is 20. I know I don't have any 20s left, but I can take those 2 10s right there. Sorry, buddy, you don't get to go just yet. So $21 in this one so far. And we still have 6 more to go. So that will be nice. All right. Moving on to this next one from Bookish Mama Budgets. I got this in one of my Ko-fi membership challenges. This one says it saves 40 plus, and I'm just, If it's a plus, it's gonna hurt. All right, so I guess let's start right there and let's see where we're going. What do we have? Yeah, we have, okay, yeah. We're gonna go like one at a time. So 1, 2, and 3. That's a 2. I'm telling you, she is lulling us into a false sense of what's to come. 1, 2, and 3. Times 2. There it is. Knew it was coming. All right, we'll go one more time. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there it is. There it is. So we're putting $12 in here today. So 10, 11, and 12 to start this one off. So what do y'all think I should choose as a new debt binder theme? I am curious. All right, so I came back up to this one. We have 20-ish, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 that we could put in here. And there's nothing that I could finish off. Nah. Let's put it right here because this one is decently sized. So let's roll. And that is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. So this one totals 45. Okay, we're not going to do 45. But you know what we could do? 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. No, I can't do that. This one would be 16. That would be 13. That would be 14. I could do that 10 and I could do that 10 and get those two out of the way. Or I could just put all 21 right here. So we have 9, 10, 17, 20, and 21. Yeah, okay. I'm down with that. All right, there we go. Another 21 in. So let's see what we have in total now. We have 100, 120, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 146, right at halfway done. That is awesome. All right, so we do have this one little challenge over here that's all done. So let's come back here to our debt tracker because I want to say we were just a couple of dollars shy of being able to make another debt payment. So we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, and 47. So, and then we're bringing in 9. So here's what we'll do. 47, 48, 49, and 50. And we'll leave that 6 right there, and we will make another $50 debt payment. And actually, I'm going to do that right there. And we'll leave those 6 $1 bills in there for next week. So there is another $50 going in. And I'll color in that blue hexagon right there. And there we go. Another $50 towards debt. All right, friends, that is it for us for today's debt binder. I will get a post up here soon to, decide on and vote what we want our next debt binder theme to be. I'm thinking either Disney or, seasonal, like we're coming into fall. So, maybe some fall themed savings challenges. I don't know, something like that. I'll put a poll up and we can vote on it. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, friends, and I will see you all back here tomorrow for holidays, birthdays, and our Pen Pal binder. Bye, friends.